Okay, welcome back. This is Minyak. Okay, today we will be talking about sneak capture. Okay, if you like this type of video, hit the like button and don't forget to subscribe. Okay, okay. In this game, I'll be using the tier. Let me see, tier 7. Okay, tier 7 British destroyer. Okay. Um, I'm going to highlight why sneak capture can be used as a tactic to
Battle
to
starts.
actually to confuse the enemy. Okay. Okay. But before that, I'm going to talk about a little bit about this British destroyer. The British destroyer has a lot of smoke. Like the one I'm using right now is it has 5 smoke consumable. Okay, the consumable. This is a normal consumable standard, the one that I'm using. So if you use the premium one, that number goes up to 6. Okay, this is also a 9-point captain that I'm using, so that the concealment is 7 kilometer, which is actually about the same as the torpedo.
Enemy force detected.
Be a problem for ambushing, but in this game I'll also show you how you can drop torpedo and still be in concealment if you have okay. Well, high concealment value doesn't mean low concealment, vice versa. See it. Okay. In this game, okay, there's I'm trying to find my first target. There's a mermans and actually Warspite. Mermans is a tier 5 ship. I think it's American. Yes, American tier 5. Yes, it is. Yep, it is a tier 5. So, that's a premium ship. It's like the if you have seen Atlanta, the Mermans is the lower tier version of Atlanta. That lower damage, but it's still spammy, which means that it can shoot a lot. Okay, so I'm going to drop in
Generator started.
replay, so I already know what I was doing. Okay.
Screen set. Screen set.
Now, this ship is a premium ship, but in this game, premium ship will be like invincible. So you still need to have skill to use the premium ship, like not charge around in a cruiser. Yep, that's the first one. That is the premium ship. Okay, now on to the next target. Okay, another thing about the British destroyer is that they have two type torpedo. The not two type torpedo is the two type of deploying torpedo. First was the normal spread torpedoes. Like I think it was I don't know. I forgot how many how many torpedo on this ship. I think it's about 4 by 2. I think 2 by 4. Okay, 2 by 4. I think. So it has you can drop about 8 torpedoes. Okay. About the torpedo, you can deploy it one at a time. That means you can actually just drop one torpedo. Now, this is a good thing about British destroyer is that when you use a single drop torpedo, you can do it multiple times. Now, if you do it in a single line, then you will have a tightly packed torpedoes. So I'm going to ambush the. I was going to ambush the Warspite here. and make use of the single torpedo drop
Smoke generator
and make
started.
it a tightly packed torpedo.
Smoke screen set.
Yeah, I'm also using. Okay, packed torpedo. When you normally use a battlefield bow toward the destroyer, or as when you put your bow toward the British destroyer, you need speed, meaning that you cannot be like in the slow. Why? Because the British destroyer drops single line torpedoes that is tightly packed. That means if you put your bow toward the British torpedo, you still get it, and most likely all of the torpedo is going to hit. So you want to, if you see what you call the British destroyer in a battleship, you would, when you put your bow toward the British destroyer, you want to have speed, meaning that when you see the torpedo, you can like maneuver around it at least, because tightly packed torpedoes, it could be avoided if you have speed. But if you don't have speed, well, yeah, you'll just take every single torpedoes. Okay, now I am going to. Okay, my first thought on this when I play this game is that I want to kill the I don't know, Russian ship, the Russian battleship. But when I move around the island, I saw the opportunity to sneak cap, meaning that there is no one actually near the enemy capture point. So first thing, so I am going to head. Okay. So I'm going to head toward the enemy cap. Okay. Okay. And, also another thing about this British destroyer is that if you are using it, it's not a very fast ship, moving 36 knot top speed. I think 35 or 6. So it's 30 something knot. Comparing to other destroyer, this is actually is a slower destroyer. That means if people want to chase you, they could actually do it. Okay. Now I am going to enter the. Let's see. I'm still going to enter the enemy cap, since this destroyer is not exactly very fast, but the amount of smoke actually make up for it. The amount of smoke that you could use, I mean, 5 is more than enough. Okay, another thing about the smoke on British destroyer is that even though it has a lot of smoke, a lot of consumable, the amount of the smoke doesn't last very long. I think it's about maybe a minute, less than a minute, I guess. So when you drop smoke, you can only you want to move away from the smoke. Well, the smoke is just to like distract the enemy for a second, for a few seconds. Then you can actually move away from it. Okay, so I am inside the enemy cap. Now, what happened is when I enter the cap like this, is the alarm is going to start blaring on the enemy ship, all the enemy ship. Telling them that, hey, you have enemy inside your cap, blaring. Now, this strategy is going to confuse the enemy. Okay, why? Because now, let me ask you something. when you see the enemy inside the cap, what are you going to do? You are going to rush back to the cap or ignore it completely. So that's not going to be possible, right? So like this Gnei, he is afraid of a destroyer. You could see it because he was like moving away from me all the time. Now when you are inside the cap, then the Gnei has to you know, has to at least can try to like you know, to defend the cap. That means round, not like much of an option. Okay, I'm showing you how to do a torpedo drop, which has the same range as the concealment. Okay, what you want to do when you have when you drop torpedo and you have, you know, like this British destroyer, is that when the enemy is moving toward you, your distance to torpedo is going to shorten. You know, the distance to torpedo is going to shorten. I mean, when you drop a 7-kilometer torpedo, but when the enemy battleship is running toward you, the distance is going to get shorter and shorter. So when you drop 7-kilometer torpedo and you can move away from it, it is still going to travel 7 kilometers, but the enemy is going to move toward the torpedo. So the torpedo is still going to be 7 kilometers, but when you move away, then you still what's it called? You are still in concealment, even though you are, you know, your troop that you can stay in concealment. Very large. I mean, you can do it, but oh, okay. Huh. I'm spotted by the mesh, so I need to run away. Okay, I'm sure. So 4 of the enemy will start. I decided to return to the capture point. So, but when you sneak cap, you actually distract the enemy. I mean, like this one.
The ship is on fire.
Four of the enemy return is what they left behind, because the other two enemy ship, the one that was attacking, got left behind because 4 of the ship returned back to the cap. That means the one that still fighting my teammates is still going to get abandoned. I mean, my teammate then could just kill them, pick them off one by one when you actually distract the enemy. Okay, I got comment that I was actually extremely lucky on that attack, avoiding that attack. Okay, yeah, maybe in this game luck plays a lot of you know, a lot of it's a factor. Luck. I'm going to ambush the destroyer command. Yeah, I'm inside smoke, so I'm flanking him.
Smoke screen set.
Yeah. Well, I cannot go against 4 of them, but you know, 1 destroyer is easier. Okay, so I'm going to return to the cap. Notice that the enemy ship is only like 3 left. Actually, the only thing that left is the one that actually returned to the cap. The the other 3 got picked off by my teammate because, yeah, well, they are alone. So yeah, they are spread in the area below, so they got picked off. This is actually a good distraction, sneak capping. It provides a good distraction for the enemy, what to decide. Continue to attack or return to the cap. Continue to attack or or return to the cap. It will confuse the enemy. It will confuse the enemy. Now, the amount of ship that return could be like 1, 2, 3, depending on how many people decided to return to the cap. But in this case, is actually 3. Okay, 3. Okay, 4 ship actually decided to return, but it left the other 3 fighting the entire enemy, my teammates, which is actually about quite a lot. 3 ships against 6 is not going to last very long. So now sneak capping can be a good strategy in this game. I already showed you that because it provides a good distraction. If the enemy decided not to return to the cap, then they will lose by capture. So decision. When you have to make decision, you get confused. Okay. I'm just going to sit on the cap because my health is gone. Only about 1,000 left. Yep. Okay. Also, battleship, when they decided to return to the cap, they were like, "What? I have to fight the destroyer." It's going to be a tough decision. But ultimately, they have to return to. Some of them have to return to the capture point. Yeah, in this game, my teammate pool is one kill. Everybody is pulling their weight on the battle. So this is not a very, it's not a bad thing. Okay, this is the end of the video. Let me see. I hope you guys enjoy it, and thank you for watching. I'll see you guys on the next video. This is Minyak signing off.